It's all about the Health and Healing Hub experience, each and every Saturday on your favorite station between the hours of 2 and 4, contrastradio.net.
Before we kick off, I'd like to recommend purchasing the book Voices in Harmony, which is produced by Black Women Initiative. They're a fantastic group of women, and I do mean fantastic. I've worked with them in the past. They clearly set powerful examples of what it looks like when we work holistically as individuals, as groups, as organisations, communities. Last year they've produced this fantastic practical book. I've got it in front of me here. It's filled with some delicious recipes. One of my favourites is here, Nigerian egusi stew. I can see Guyanese pepper pot. I'd say buy a few copies. Keep them at home because they're the perfect present for someone's birthday. Last year they've published this book. This year they produced a play called Unheard Now Spoken, which hit the stage early this year. They're also running these workshops, empowering workshops every Friday afternoon. And so, as well as having something practical by your side, you're also going to be supporting an organisation that's building the community, and they're basically practicing the spirit of Ubuntu in the UK. What are you waiting for? Grab yourself a copy of this gem. To grab yourself copies of the book, email bwki2019@outlook.com. So that is bwki2019, if that's in numbers, at outlook.com. Grand Rising, good afternoon, good evening, beautiful people. You're tuned in to the Health and Healing Hub experience. Shout out to the Contrast Radio crew. You're always doing such great works, inspiring works, uplifting works, beautiful works. You know, without rhythm there's no life, and without life there's no rhythm. So keep up that inspiring work. Thank you goes out to our YouTube family of subscribers. It's just, it really makes it worthwhile just getting the feedback. It just keeps us, it helps us to keep us firing. So we're really appreciative of that. Thank you so much. Once again, we're going on a journey together. Your host today, Fumilola, and the fantabulous Miss T, the Gatherer and the Link. And we have some powerful sisters this week that have joined us. Sis Wilma, Sis Gloria, Sis Amaji, Sis Wanda, and Sis Sade. This week we're looking at the subject of the afterlife and reincarnation. In terms of, first off, why would you talk about the afterlife and reincarnation on a health-centered platform? So I'm just going to go into a bit more as to how it connects. So I learned that it's that just as the mental, physical and spiritual issues can be passed on through periods of time, they can also be passed on from lifetime to lifetime. And you can read more on this by looking at the works of Joy DeGroy, Bruce Lipton, Dolores Cannon, Ian Stevenson, can't forget Ian Stevenson. So their works are not exactly the same, but you'll see a thread going through them, all right? Also, there's a fear thing when it comes to death. And not with everybody, but I'd say many, that there's a fear attachment to that subject. So I think discussing it really helps. And like they say, if you look fear in the face, it disappears, it tends to disappear, or at least there's not so much. All right then, so I've got some definition from Merriam-Webster dictionary, and it describes the afterlife as an existence after death. It describes reincarnation as the action of reincarnating, the state of being reincarnated, or rebirth of a soul in a new human body, the belief that a dead person's spirit returns to life in another body. My question, could fear of death be lessened if reincarnation or an afterlife was scientifically confirmed? What's your feeling on that? I think for myself, when my parents passed, I just had this, I can only call it like a desire. I just needed to understand life. I just really needed to understand it. So I was living on YouTube, living on it, and anything around the subject, I was in there. Books, I was particularly taken to Elizabeth Kubler-Ross and Dolores Cannon. There's a Welsh nurse, Penny Satori, and our cultures, especially African culture and Asian cultures, where reincarnation is an everyday thing. I know in the West we don't tend to believe it. We tend to go with the notion that when you leave here, that's it, it's over, done, you know, and you're going to hellfire also.
Well, I think for some people, I think, you know, fear of the unknown is like a rooted, most deaths, you know, anxiety. Well, you know, what happens when I die? Will I stop existing? I think if people got the gist of, it's been scientifically proven, I think, because remember, people fear change. You've got people that will just plunder into things, you know, go from one thing to the other. They're not afraid of change and they're good to adapt. But you've got other people that are, you know, they like, you know, that routine, and it's that fear of the unknown. You know, if I give everything up, if I change my livelihood, what's going to happen beyond that? They can't see. You know, so I think if it was scientifically proven, I think more people would. I think it's not just speculated through religion, philosophy, personal experiences. Those uncertainties being, I say, replaced by knowledge. You know, and I think that would tend to reduce the fear if it was scientifically proven. That's just my opinion. Because I believe in the afterlife and all that kind of thing, but that's because of my lived experiences, what I've actually physically and spiritually experienced myself. I don't know if anyone else can resonate with that. Well, Mom! How you doing?
Well, I'm listening, and I've always known that when we die, that's not it, the end. But
so you've always known that?
Yes, I've always known that.
Wow.
And when I was young, but you know, your parents tell you shut up. You know, I've always known that some of us believe we've been there before. But as for when it actually happens, I don't know. But maybe I should have invited my daughter Shakila on here. I don't know. But yeah, she's more. She has more knowledge of this than I.
Anytime there's subjects that we're covering that you think someone else is interested in, please share it with them. Please share it with them, because the more the merrier. This platform is about us learning from ourselves and other people, and also healing ourselves, because when we talk about these things, you know, especially people coming from trauma or people carrying trauma, there's a lot of shame and secrecy, hiding. And I'm not saying, oh, come out here and splash everything. Obviously, you go at your pace, you unfold whatever you feel you want to unfold at your own pace. But sharing, so that we can learn from each other. All right. So anyway,
So only that the silent listeners get to.
And I think that's why when anybody dies, I don't really cry over them too much, because I know it's not the end. You know, I've never been the type to go at the graveside and be crying and there, because I've just always known that there's nothing there. It's just the matter, nothing else, just the body. And if you go back to the Bible, I don't know the Bible so much, but there is certain words that stick out as children when you hear it, when they say you will be made new again. So how are you being made new again if the body is rotten, right, or sick or whatever? The only way would be that your spirit would leave the body and go somewhere else in the many mansions again. You know, those little bits that you just hear and you think that is what it is, but not everybody picks that up.
So true.
So many realms, maybe. So maybe you go to a learning school when you leave here, and then you come back, and like my daughter would say, she believes my dad's been dead for 2 years or so, and he still is corresponding with her, but not with me. So, you know, and he tells her things. But then if she said that to the doctors, you know where she's going.
And this is it sometimes when people speak, you know. When I say speak, I'm talking about, you know, there's times when people have had dreams, or when you've been somewhere, you've never been there before, but you know where to go. I've heard people finding jewelry or a certain item after a dream has come to them, that kind of thing. Certain things have happened to myself, is what I'm saying. And I can resonate with what you're saying, Wilma, that you've always known. I'm not going to say I've always known, but from a small child, I used to experience things, you know, and me being told I need to embrace it, I need to accept it. This is coming up to, you know, like my teenage years, that kind of thing. I've always known. And for me, when someone passes, I always get something, whether it be vision, dream, whatever, telling me that they're okay. I remember my kid's godmother, she passed away. This is about 12 years ago now. And I'm godmother to her nieces. Okay, they took it really bad because they've had quite a few deaths in the family. But I remember I had a dream, and the meadow she was in, you know, when the plant then rich, the grass was green, it was just lush. You know, when you just, it was almost like a moment. She used to wear glasses, she didn't have no glasses on, she looked beautiful. And it was her telling me she's okay. Tell her nieces she's okay. And when I spoke with her niece, is the elder one, she kind of broke down, because it's like she wanted to know that her auntie was okay. And I'm saying to them, they're okay. When you're suffering from ailments, you know, cancer, some an ailment that takes away your mobility, those kind of things. See, when they've passed, they're in such a good place. They're happy, they're contented, they're fulfilled. Did someone just say free?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you understand where I'm coming from? And they do watch over you.
Yes, they do.
All right then. So, if reincarnation is real, do we carry lessons or memories from past lives, and how might that influence our current behaviour?
Energy, are you there?
I am here. I'm just listening to the question.
And what's your thoughts on that?
I'm just still absorbing that question. It's quite a long question.
Well, I feel something in there when it comes to reincarnation. How many times have you heard of, I'm talking, a child that's been born that is carrying on just like their granny?
Yes.
Or their great granny. Do you know what I mean? Got the same mannerisms, the same, and they may even talk like them, or when they are taken to a certain place, know exactly where to go and have never been there before. Because I've come across that on numerous occasions. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Yeah, I take that as reincarnation. You know what I mean? And other I'm gonna call it stories of them talking in a different language. They've never done it before. Never done it before. But all of a sudden they know this language, just like, and it's telling, it's once they're telling you a story, but there is a message coming through. And that person has passed. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes it's not even in your family, they've passed way before, and it's something completely out of your family, but they've been reincarnated.
I've listened to, I love Dolores Cannon, because a lot of what she says just resonates with me. And she teaches that here on earth it's a school, and we come back. We come back as many times as we have to. I had a reading done by an American priestess, and she said to me that I've been here. She said, I'm an old soul, I've been here so many times, and that I have ancestry that dates back to ancient Kemet times. And I said to her, I don't really remember any past lives, to be fair. You know, they call that past life regression. I don't really focus on past lives, if I'm honest. This life is enough, as far as it's complicated enough, you know, so I don't have any desire to look at past life, to be fair. If anything, I'm more interested in the next, if that makes sense. Because where I'm going, I've already been this place, so what's next? You know? So, but I'd say the question, if reincarnation is real, do we carry lessons or memories from past lives? And how might that influence our current behaviour? One of the books that I read when I was on that quest after my mum and dad passed was a book by Walter Semke. And in that book, it's called The Origin of the Soul and the Purpose of Reincarnation. I read the book 2 times, and in that book it mentions Dr. Ian Stevenson. Ian Stevenson carried out over 2,000 investigations with children and that remembered past lives. And just, I think, like you said, Miss T, that children are, or we tend to, I wouldn't say everybody, but the children are normally, they have the adults or the peers, people around them telling them, look, what are you talking about? You can't talk like that, etc., etc. And then that kind of spirit or the memories, they go. They're not so strong, and the child ends up not talking about those things again. But I would say, yeah, I can relate to that, and I believe it's true.
Yeah, I do. I think certain individuals that have been sectioned as well, because they're on a different vibration to us, may have experienced that as well. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Remember, 30, 40, even going beyond that, you went bipolar, schizophrenic, something wrong with you. What did they do? Throw you in an institution. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Whereas that person may well have been experiencing things that when I say they have no control of, they were scared of and didn't know how to deal with. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Yeah.
Can I just jump in there?
Yes, of course then.
Yeah, I was going to say, when I was studying social care, that was partly what my dissertation was on. It was on spirituality and mental health, because I always thought, well, who decides? Obviously, there's the study between, the brain and the neurons, and what sparks this and what sparks that. But on a varied kind of level, who decides what is, who's seeing things and who's not, and who decides whether it's from this realm or a different realm? I was just very fascinated in that, and wanted to kind of like study or find out more about the studies or papers or theses that have been written by different people all over the world. It was very, very interesting, because I think I have the same kind of mindset, that who says that someone who's maybe experiencing a so-called episode is not on a different realm, and they can see things and understand things that maybe people on this world, this earth, don't understand.
That's right. I just see things differently. Not to cut you guys. I remember does anyone remember Hammer House of Horrors?
Oh my God! Yeah.
They used to show me 3 films in concession. There was this one film, and it always stuck out with me. It was to do with it was a mental institution, and it was a doctor showing his, I suppose, trainees around, and they were walking. Imagine the old time institution. They walk that corridor, and the door has got a circle in it, so you can see through the circle and see who's in the room. The padded room, and they'd go from one story to the other. And one of the stories was you've got the person in the padded room. Okay, the story is they bought a plant. Yeah, and you talk to your plant, the plant, it starts to grow, and anyway, this plant was, it started to not so much have a relationship with the man, but the man, took on a girlfriend, things happened, they got married, the plant started to get, it sounds weird, but the plant started to get jealous about his wife. Yeah. Anyway, cut a long story short, the plant ended up killing the wife. Yeah. But when the police come in, the man's got the knife and thing, because he's trying to kill the plant, because the plant is killing the wife. Right, so he's in a mental institution, and it was just them trying to make you see what a mental health person sees through their eyes. To them, what's happening is real. Do you understand? To you and me, we can see that it was like remember the day of the Triffids? It was one of them kind of big, gigantic plants that it just kept on growing, growing. When the wife left, the plant was there talking and dancing around. It was so funny. But that film, it always stuck out in my head, because it made you, when you put yourself in somebody else's shoes, like, what? This person is scared, they're afraid to talk, because what's actually happening to them is real. They're feeling this, they're seeing this, they're experiencing this. But telling somebody and they're looking for help, that person's not seeing what they're seeing. They're not experiencing what they're experiencing. Do you understand where I'm coming from? So somebody that is being reincarnated then, that is when they walk out on the road, when they're walking down the road, they're seeing it in Victorian times, whereas me and you are going to see it like that, the high road that you're walking down. Do you understand where I'm coming from? That kind of thing. And it just made it all, and I think I was in my teens when I saw that. It just always stuck with me that, do you know what, somebody that is suffering from mental health, whether it be schizophrenia, bipolar, whatever was going on, what's to say, like, was it MRG? Said you've done your dissertation on that.
Yeah.
What is to say that that's what they're experiencing? It doesn't mean the person is mad.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like someone that they can look at numbers and calculate, you know, like they're what do you call it? A computer.
Yes.
Well, me and you now, next week we still try to add the thing up. You understand where I'm coming from?
Yes.
So I think, and a lot of people with autism and ADHD, their IQ is off the roof. You understand where I'm coming from? So I do think there's you need to take it on board, not just write it off that person's either mad or got mental health issues or blah blah blah. There's other things that are going on that could play a part in what they're feeling, what they're experiencing.
I'm going to jump onto another question. So
can I just
ahead.
ask Kim? Sorry, was that Hammer House of Horror?
Hammer House of Horror.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and look that up. Yeah.
Hammer House of Horror. And all I can remember, it was a mental institution, and it sounds funny, but when you see the film, you'll understand what.
Yeah, the meaning. Yeah.
Okay.
I was just gonna say, do you think then deja vu is probably like memories from a past life? Because coming back here and not remembering, how do we learn if we don't remember? Because you need to remember what's happened in order to change and do better. So I don't know, I've always had that question, how do you learn lessons if you come back again but if you can't remember what you've done last time? But I was just thinking, is deja vu tapping into that then?
I definitely think so. That's definitely, because remember, we're like in parallel parallel universe, that kind of thing. But it's happened to me myself, gone somewhere and you know where to go. You've never been there before, you know, and I know I've never been there before. Yeah. But you know where you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd agree with you there, Gloria.
Yeah, I get glimpses like that. But not too often, but now and again. Okay. Is the idea of an afterlife a human invention to cope with the fear of death? What's your feelings on this? To answer that, I'd say I actually don't think so. Because, number one, I had a client who I hadn't seen for a while, and then all of a sudden pops up, and I said, well, how are you doing, and blah, blah, blah. And she says, oh, yeah, I'm fine, but I got quite ill. And she really passed. She had an NDE, a near-death experience, and she said, just told me the whole feeling. And she, not to go in depth, but she did say that the experience was such that she didn't really want to come back. She's got no reason to lie. She's not got a book to sell. She's not got a TV show for people to see. He's sitting down talking to her face to face. There was another sister also that I kind of was getting to know because we were in the same organisation. And then COVID came. She caught COVID. At the same time, her mum caught COVID. Two of them ended up in hospital. Her mum, both of them basically passed. And she passed first. Beautiful sister. The sister passed first. And then the younger sister now had to bury her older sister and their mum. And the younger sister said to me that she's talking to her mum, and her mum told her that she saw her older sister on the other side. Now, the younger sister said that she made sure that her mum was talking. She wanted it clear from her mum, what side did she see her older sister, this side or the other side? The mum said the other side. And the mum didn't know that the daughter had passed because the family decided that they're not going to tell the mum. In her condition, how could they tell the mum that her oldest daughter's passed over? And the mum went anyway. And these things convinced me that, yeah,
definitely. I've had my auntie, for one, when she was passing, we went to see her, but not when she was passing, before. And I remember she was sitting on the chair, and the chair, there's a doorway in front, and in the passage it leads up to the stairs. So we're talking with her, memories and stuff, and then she was like, my uncle and another grand aunt of mine were calling her from the top of the stairs, and I turned to my cousin and I said to my cousin quietly, I said, she's gonna pass soon, isn't it? Because the ancestors are waiting there to welcome her. You know what I mean? She just had this, how can I put it? When someone it was just this, not even a glazed look, but it was peaceful then, kind of thing. Yeah. And she knew, because my grand aunt and my uncle there, it's like they were waiting for her. And saying, she's going to pass soon. And she did. I think she went within a couple of days after that.
How did you know that? Okay, you said because
she's talking about people that have passed, that are waiting for her over better. And then I have another friend, similar to the story that you've got there, but they were having an operation. Yeah, and they passed during the operation, but they came back. She wasn't ready to go. What she did? What did she say she did? I think her daughter had passed. She was trying to go to the other side. Her daughter telling her, "You're not ready yet. You're not ready yet." And then how she knew? She could hear. Remember, you're out cold. You're having an operation. So it was on her heart, but she can hear what the surgeons are saying in the operating room. And when she came through, she was letting them know, and it's almost scary for them, because if you're out cold on the operating table, how do you know what the surgeons are saying when they're operating on you?
That's right. That makes so much sense, because the inner ear. The inner ear, in terms of the sensory organs, the inner ear is the first sensory organ to develop, and it's the last one that stops working is your hearing. The last one. So that is why when people say they're hearing these things when they're passing over, or during a near-death experience, especially when they're passing over, that makes so much sense. So much sense.
So many. I don't know if anyone else has heard any stories like I've even heard a story of, mind you, this person. When someone can, it's like deep meditation when they can wake up somewhere else. Like, I'm sleeping here, I'm meditating here, I've gone into a deep meditation. These are the type of people that can levitate, all those kind of stuff. They're really deep, and they can actually wake up in another country, in another place.
I love it.
How does that work?
Give me some of that. Give me some of that.
It happens.
Give me some.
Do you understand where I'm coming from? You might think it's all like, it's gobbledygook and voodoo and all them kind of things. It's spiritual. These are just things that we've it's been beaten out of us, but we've unlearned over the years. You know what I'm saying? So reincarnation, spiritualism, the deja vu, I think it all kind of intertwines with each other, and I think people are on different levels, different vibrations, that kind of thing, to feel exactly how much you're going to experience yourself. And it's also how you interpret it, how you embrace it, how you utilize it yourself as well.
Yeah, did anyone else want to chime in, or shall I move on to the next question?
I was just going to say, it's just really interesting, that's all.
I find that kind of thing fascinating, like seriously, when I heard the story, and I'd have to dig it up, because it's something I heard, researched and looked into, and I'm talking, this has got to be at least 30 odd years ago. Yeah, because they couldn't understand. It was something that was some trouble in the family, that kind of thing, that was so worrying, and they had to, but they're very spiritual, and it was this was the kind of thing they were into. You got, what do you call it, shapeshifters and all that kind of thing, but they can physically channel themselves to You know, you got people that
telekinesis.
Right. Okay, so they can move objects and blah blah blah. These people can actually meditate and go into a deep meditation where they can actually transport themselves elsewhere.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah, I'm saying. Yeah, it sounds all supernatural. Well, I suppose that's what they would call it, is supernatural stuff. Yeah, it is. It happens.
Wow.
I've heard that sometimes when we sleep, we do that.
Yeah.
When we sleep, we go.
Yes, and that's you just picked up on that. That is. Has anyone had a dream before and it just seems so real to you? Yeah. I've had dreams before when, because sometimes some of my friends call me a witch. And that makes understandable because I can dream something and tell them exactly what, when, how, time, that kind of thing.
Wow.
And they're like, no way.
Wow.
You know what? I know they're either on the phone to me or they'll come to my yard and guess what? You know what I mean? So I know, and that's through my own lived experience and research and other people things have happened to. Whatever label you want to put on it is happened to them. They've experienced it. So yeah, I do believe that.
Okay. I'm going to go on to, in terms of scientific and experiential evidence now, are there any documented cases that anyone is aware of where children claim to remember past lives?
I think it was my eldest. Can't remember exactly what she said, but yeah, I don't know if this was something that my daughter witnessed or one of her friends told her or something, but basically it was two children. One was a newborn and the other one was a toddler, but the toddler could speak. And the mum, the children were in the room for a while on their own, and when the mum was just about to come back into the room, she can hear the toddler speaking to the newborn, whispering, "What did you say?" or whatever, you know. Don't say anything else. Something along the lines, I'm paraphrasing, don't say anything else because mummy or daddy won't believe what you've just told me or something. So it's like the baby, because she's just come from the womb, has been communicating with the toddler. Because, you know, when you're still young, you're in tune to all these other things that you lose when you get older. And then when the mum come into the room, then the toddler stopped talking. So I don't know what the baby was communicating from where she just came from. But where the baby just came from was she was saying something to the toddler. And the reason why the mum knew that the toddler was getting something from the baby was because of what the toddler was saying to the baby. What did you say, or whatever? What happened over there, or whatever, you know? So yeah, I can't remember if it was a story or if my daughter's friend told her or something like that. But yeah, there's that communication. So, and if you're a newborn, that's from a different area you're coming from, because you're newborn coming into this.
Yes.
I will speak to my daughter and get the proper story, because I'm saying it probably all over the place, but something along those lines, yeah.
There's a Nigerian caterer that I know, and she's an elderly woman. She said she's aware of when her mother reincarnated back into the family. She said she's aware of when that happened because one of her grandchildren, or when her mum passed, she passed with her right hand on her cheek. And one of her granddaughters was born the same way, with her right hand on her cheek, but also that for several days after she was born, that's the way she will sleep. She has to put her right hand on her cheek, and then the nuances of the child and characteristics. That's how she knows that's her mum came back into the family.
Yeah. Wow. That's deep.
Yeah. I also say there's lots of different cases with that in that particular book that I mentioned earlier, and the studies that Dr. Ian Stevenson did as well. It's fun. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
What's the book again, Lo?
It was called Origin of the Soul, The Case for Reincarnation by Dr. Walter Simcoe. I read it twice, that book. I couldn't put the book down.
I need to make notes. Yeah.
I couldn't put that book down. I've got a copy. I've still got it with me, the book.
Okay.
It's one of the best books I've ever read.
It's fascinating.
What's the book by again?
By Dr. Walter Simcoe. Does anyone have any specific questions that they want to ask anybody in particular? Oh, okay. So if reincarnation is real, who or what do you think you were in a past life?
I'd like to say I was a lion.
Wow, really?
No, but I think I was another black woman. I do. Yeah, because there's certain things, certain experiences I've had, and it's like you're in a different era then. Do you understand where I'm coming from? It almost feels like is it 1950s, 1940s, that kind of dress sense, that kind of time. So I think, and like you, I've been here a few times, as I've been told, I've been here a few times. Do you know what I mean? Before, and that's through certain experiences. So I think, and again, I think I was a helper of some kind. You know what I mean? A helper of some kind. You get certain, you get certain visions or certain dreams, and it's real. You're there. You're innate. You know what I mean? Really, truly. And just like I said, based off of what people have shared with me, whether it be an incident that's happened or something I've said to them, they're like, but that comes from such and such a country or such and such a language. I ain't English as far as I'm concerned. do you know what I'm saying? Ain't heard that word before, that kind of made in that kind of context. So I would like to believe I was, multiple Nubian queen helping community wise in some kind of capacity. Put it this way. If it was an animal, it'd be the lion.
Wow. Ferocious.
No.
Aren't they ferocious?
No, only if you trouble them. Only if you trouble them.
Wow.
Only if you trouble them, they protect their hive.
I know that I have this affinity with birds. I love birds. I love magpies, crows, robins, sparrows. So I don't know if there's if I was an animal, maybe I really, and ladybirds. I love it, and butterfly. Yeah.
And then a lot of people do say, see, when you see a robin in your garden, or a robin comes to visit you, someone from a past life coming to see you, just watching over you, saying hi, you know what I mean, I'm here, that kind of thing, you know what I mean, certain birds.
Yeah, I get that. But like I said, I'm not really aware of, who I might have been in a past life. The priestess did tell me something about a midwife being there to host children coming from one portal to the world, if that makes sense. But I don't really remember anything as such. I'm more interested in this life and being the best I can in this life. Then, so that you're more prepared for the next one that's coming. If that makes sense. Does anyone else want to chime in?
I add a few things in there. That's all right. Give me. I am so drained and tired and recovering as well. So I only can go based on my own experience of whether it's a past life or present time experience, and I've not really had the the opportunity just to kind of watch, go through a book, because I'm more audio, so I work on collective audiobooks, speak. But I do recall when I was very young, or that I told myself that I didn't belong here and I didn't belong to my family. I did feel a bit odd, that there was no belonging. So I just had this energy and feeling knowing that I didn't belong here. And I think my mother caught me talking to spirits.
Wow.
And she dropped the washing out of her hand and dragged me upstairs and started doing her rebutation on myself. And I didn't understand it. I was kind of like surprised why she was doing it, because I looked a bit shocked. But it didn't stop me still connecting with them. I still went back to the corner of where we had our conversation and told them what happened. And I think my mom eventually just sort of let it go, because I think she was scared at first, and then afterwards it was just well, she's still here. And then my mom used to have these dreams that she would predict what was going to happen and when it was going to happen. It used to scare the crap out of us, and we used to try to avoid it. But unfortunately, we all practically got it. My son's got it as well. He can predict things from the day he was born. He knew exactly who was who and what was what. And so he was able to, he knew when his nana was going to pass, before she was going to pass. And when she was in her weaker days, she would just say to him, "Don't be here. We already understand." And then, when he packed up his bags to go where he had to go, because I was the carer, the rest of the family said, "You can't leave now, she's going." And he goes, "Oh, she gave me instructions to go because she already know that she's already going." And she didn't want him to be there. And I think even when the passing of my parents went by, I think for me, it was the end of that era of what we've been perceived, what death is all about. And I see death as a beautiful way to go. It's not discussed enough. It's always been wrapped up in negativity, fear, just like the Bible with the Revelations, that we're not allowed to read it, or if you go there, you might die. Hello. But I've always been one that would challenge the situation. And I think that the only area that it's like where one of my other friend will talk about the dimension of life, and you've got the fifth dimension, and there's different planes that we are on. So you've got the earth plane, which is the physical of us being here as a people, as I call it, beings, to be honest. And then you've got the astral, the casual, the mental plane, and then the etheric plane as well. So I chose to take time out to really explore most of that stuff, and also found that I've had quite a lot of past life. I bear witness it in my room, where I took notes of my description of me being an Aborigine, an elderly old man, white.
Wow.
A female warrior. So most of them always came with a staff in their hand. So I knew then that warrior that I've always been my entire life. I always fought all the way through when I was younger to present time. And I think that once I understood that I've been across this planet or planet long enough, that I've been across other planets as well. And I've accepted that's what it is, how it is. I think my nearest kind of fourth dimension experience is actually watching myself dying. And when I was sleeping. So in my dream, I'm having a conversation with somebody at the hospital. We didn't know why we was at the hospital. But I could see my mum and my brother and sisters at the hospital, and they was having this conversation, but I wasn't with them. I was just with a sister talking. Then I heard the beep going off. And in that beep, I was still talking to my friend. I said, hold on a minute. I just need to see what's going on because my mum's over there with my siblings. And as I raced over there, they moved this person on the bed to the next room. And when I pushed my siblings back, it was me looking at me while I was in my sleep. And because I knew what was taking place, I threw myself off the bed because I didn't know whether that reality was that I was going to have a heart attack or something was coming. So I had to throw myself off the bed. And it's only like late on down the line, then that turn did take place. I ended up having a semi-heart attack. And I had to pull myself out of that very quickly. It took me about maybe 18 months to recover. But I knew then that the level of how I think and do and breathe is so important. And we all have been here before. Fortunately, we got caught up in a system that's kept us here as prisoners. And hence, I appreciate that my parents have given me a certain name, but I will not tolerate carrying a name that's going to use me in the prison system for life.
When the person goes through the death experience and they're dying, they said the first thing, they feel very cold. Then the next instant, they're standing by the bed looking down at the body. It's that quick. They say it's just like getting up from one chair and sitting down in another chair. You just slide right out of the body. So they're standing next to the bed looking down at the body, and they'll say, gee, I didn't know I looked that bad. And believe me, the last thing they'd want to do is go back into that body. Usually it's sick or it's diseased and there's no hope of it ever getting well. They don't want to go back to it because the next thing that comes into their mind is, hey, I'm out of there. I'm free. I can go anywhere I want. I can do anything I want. So that's what they want to do. They want to go on. They want to go home, really. It's the people who are left behind are the ones who grieve about it. They want them to stay with them. But do you really want them to be back in a body like that most of the time there's no hope for them? It's better to realize to let them go, because when you hold on to it, you're being selfish. It's just for yourself. I'm going to miss them. I want them to be with me. I don't know what I'll do without you, that kind of thing. It's a selfish thing, because really the parts I'm going to go through is you make a contract when you come in. And in this contract, you also make an exit plan. So all of this is planned before you ever come into the life. So the person is ready to go on. They have completed their mission. They have completed everything they were supposed to do. They don't know this consciously, but it is part of a plan. So the person who is grieving doesn't understand that. It's time for them to go.
I'd like to recommend purchasing the book Voices in Harmony, which is produced by Black Women Initiative. They're a fantastic group of women, and I do mean fantastic. I've worked with them in the past. They clearly set powerful examples of what it looks like when we work holistically as individuals, as groups, as organisations, communities. Last year they've produced this fantastic practical book. I've got it in front of me here. It's filled with some delicious recipes. One of my favourites is here, Nigerian egusi stew. I can see Guyanese pepper pot. I'd say buy a few copies. Keep them at home because they're the perfect present for someone's birthday. Last year they've published this book This year, they produced a play called Unheard Now Spoken, which hit the stage early this year. They're also running these workshops, empowering workshops every Friday afternoon. And so, as well as having something practical by your side, you're also going to be supporting an organisation that's building the community, and they're basically practicing the spirit of Ubuntu in the UK. What are you waiting for? Grab yourself a copy of this gem. To grab yourself copies of the book, email bwki2019@outlook.com. So that is bwki2019, if that's in numbers, at outlook.com. Once again, we're coming up to the hour where our discussion ends. We will go to the advert break, and afterwards we'll be travelling together on another magical musical journey. Give thanks. Now, to the listeners, just another reminder, the information heard here is not intended to serve as medical advice and should not be used for the diagnosis or treatment of a health problem or disease. As I always say, investigate, do your own research when it comes to your health issues.